Good afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. Just going to get myself set up because I haven't actually done it yet. This is a very, very chilled session that we're getting into. You may hear a bit of background noise. Here we go and create a dashboard there. There we are. Everything's where it should be. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. We are back on Pokemon Scarlet. As you can see, I've also updated the the layout just a little bit. Nothing too fancy. You'll have to let me know what you think. It does slightly spoil our team recap, but I'm going to do that anyway. Did a little grinding off screen, and back in the game, so I've nicknamed everything. So we have Ralts, which is now JPL. We have Piplup. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. That's quite loud. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. We have Prince, our Piplup. Concord, our Fletchling. Reyes, our Florigato. And our shiny Rockruff, which we finished the previous outing with, which we've named Blue. These 5 are going to be our team for a little while. I think today the first and most important task is to go and get this badge over here. We're just going to go get that out of the way straight away. I'm probably going to lead with Concord for that. Then our plan is very much just to sort of see how the how it feels. There was something I wanted to do today, but I need to do a little bit of prep to make it worthwhile. Here's what I discovered today, and you'll see, and I will make reference to the fact that I'd previously wanted to do this before. But yes, so the plan very much at the moment is to just go and have a little chilled out sort of explore after we do this first badge. We don't do a rival battle here, I don't think. But yes, we have to do the gym tests. The gym tests in this game are maybe not quite as imaginative as the ones in Sword and Shield, but it's a nice little addition to the game and to the functionality of Pokemon games. So we're just going to chat to this fellow. He's going to tell us all about the particular task we need to do for this gym. And this is the olive roll. Now, the olive is interactable in the overworld at any given time, but it doesn't have its course until you start the actual olive roll test. And our main mission today is to get this first badge, and then we're going to try something a little different. And like I say, there is a little bit of prep involved, so I'm not sure if I want to do it today, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We've got time. We've got time. But how's your Friday? I hope your Friday is going well. Mine is going reasonably well. I haven't imploded or anything like that. I think that's probably a good indication of a Friday. I have decided that I'm going to be going live pretty much today, Monday and Tuesday, which I'm going to post about online later on, just for something to do. And then after that, I think I'll probably just do every Sunday for a while. Just a nice little casual vanilla playthrough. Somebody actually mentioned that to me and were like, "Oh, does the DLC not make it not vanilla?" I'm like, by vanilla, I just mean something that anyone can do at home. We're not doing a Nuzlocke. We're not doing a randomizer. You know, there are people who do that and they're very good at it. And I genuinely would recommend checking some of them out. But I just like to mess around and not be very sort of. Oh wow, that was bugged out a little bit, didn't it? Right, let's get this over here. Go on, go, go. Oh, it's not gonna do it. Right, try that again. There we go. Some of these you have to be a little careful because you can bounce it. Go on, out of bounds. There we go. And basically we want to get it in that bit over there. This is not cool. Really, game. This is not cooperating today. But yeah, so what we're going to do today? Oh my god, I've cried on it, mate. Might make it a bit easier just to. Yeah, there we go. Just for this little section here. Then we can get back on him. There we go. What we're going to do today is grab this badge straight away, and then we're going to go and look at what else is on the map and what else we can add in terms of badges, what we need. We can have a little look. I am going to, you can see at the bottom of my display, we have one badge displayed. That is the badge we've collected. That is the Rock Titan badge. Obviously, as we go, I will add more badges to the layout. As our partners and whatnot evolve. Does that count? I think that counts, yeah. As our partners evolve, we will update their little icons on screen as we change our team up. I won't be doing it during the stream. Well, there is one that I'll be doing in the stream because I pre-planned that. But should any Pokemon evolve during this stream, we won't be updating that, and I'll have that updated for the next layout and so on and so forth. If you have a preference on which Rockruff you'd like to see, which Lycanroc, I should say, you would like to see, let me know. It's not something I'm particularly bothered about because we can't have the one that I prefer. Because we can't have our own tempo. I mean, we probably could, in a roundabout way, get like an ability patch or something and change the ability to what have you. Oh, I tell you what, I've got a flag on here which is for an outbreak. I came and had a look earlier because I wanted to see if I could. Oh, there's also the this is a slight spoiler. I'll do that now. Actually, I'm thinking about it. So there are a couple of things I wanted to show off. So one of the things I was really concerned about is the fact that this particular profile doesn't have online. And I thought to myself, will that prevent me from getting Mystery Gift? Which, if it does, it means there's a particular Pokemon we can't get, which would be kind of disappointing. However, I went and set up a new email address and everything so that I could do the mystery gift. So we're going to do the mystery gift now, and it should be the mythical, because it's not been taken down yet, as far as I'm aware. It should be the mythical Pecha Berry. There we go. So we can claim that. That's great. And because I came on earlier just to test if the online works, like if you can update the news thing, I have actually got the event that started today, and I think I haven't the foggiest what Pokemon it is actually. I think it's to do with we're not quite at shiny Rayquaza yet, but or Rayquaza or Rayquaza or Noodle, however you want to pronounce it. So let's just have a look. I've literally got my phone open. I'm going to have a quick look at the I'll be disconnected from the internet. That's fine. We'll have a quick look at the Pokemon News. That's the one I want to look for. Pokemon News. There's a good, really great Instagram site, Pokemon News, who are really they're very on top of everything. So yeah, it's Tinker Tink is the event outbreak, and we don't need a Steel Fairy type, but it's pretty cool that we can go and get one. And because it's an event, it could potentially be shiny. So that is more likely to be this gold sparkling one here, We haven't seen Tinkerting, so we cannot confirm it. I do not know what this outbreak would be. We can get to it. It'll take a bit of finagling later on. So those two outbreaks might be something we do as the day rolls on, or as the morning rolls on at least. One thing we will need to do is invest in sandwiches, which is why I was referring to setting up. So one of the things I want to do is, at some stage in this playthrough, we're going to jump into Violet. Not like actually play Violet, but I'll have a copy of Violet running on my second Switch, and we will literally drop our character into it and go and have a little poke around, because you can get all the version exclusives that way. So, I really do want to sort of just casually 100% as much of the game as we humanly can manage. So we're going to take on Katie now for the bug gym and for the bug badge, and hopefully win it. If we don't, that would be quite funny. We've got enough firepower to do it, but Rockruff will not listen to us. I want to caveat that. We caught it at level 21. Our obedience cap is 20. So it will not listen to us until we get another badge, which is why we're doing Katie now. Because I would like to be able to use Rockruff as we go. Now, Katie's bug-type Pokemon trainer. Thus, she's the bug badge. She's also a baker in canon, which would be quite cool to know. And I do like a good baked goodie, and there are some good bug Pokemon. So fair play to Katie for, checking a few boxes there. It's very, very good to have heard. But yes, so she's going to send out bug type Pokemon. Now you'll see a Pokemon in her team that is not in fact bug type, and we'll cover that in a few moments when we get there. You can probably imagine why, and if you've played this game, you know entirely which Pokemon I'm talking about. Is also one of my... I don't want to say one of my favorite Pokemon, because I really like most Pokemon. Like 95% of them are really cool, and I probably say, oh, this is my favorite Pokemon, about far too many Pokemon for it to be true. But the Pokemon that isn't a bug type in her team, I adore. I just think is so cute. So yeah, we're the right level now, so that's good. So yeah, little stutter there. Thanks, game. Might also be my capture card. I do have to tinker with my settings a little bit further. I have got the sound a little bit better. I had a little listen back to the clip. I uploaded a clip onto Twitch for highlights of me finding blue, and yeah, it sounded fine. So we're just going to stick in as Fletchling for now. Press the wrong button there for a moment. One thing with Concord that we want to do is change Terra types. Now, we don't need to do it right now, but when Concord evolves, it'll be a fire flying type. So ideally, we want to change it to one of those. I don't know. I think she's probably going to heal. Oh, no, she doesn't. Okay. I don't know which one is preferable, but I want to say flying for Talonflame. Here we are. So her last Pokemon is Teddiursa. Now, Teddiursa is a normal type Pokemon, and is an absolute cutie pie. I love Teddiursa. Look at him. I might just grab a Teddiursa for a pie. Anyway, I digress. Teddiursa is a great Pokemon. However, it's not a bug type. Further, however, with terrestrialization, you can change a Pokemon's type. So, she's going to terrestrialize her Teddiursa, making it a bug type Teddiursa. Now, as I alluded to before, what that actually does is it changes its attack and defense type to bug, but also Teddiursa will retain its normal type stab type moves. It's really cool that that's the case, and I feel like people don't really talk about that enough. So that Fury Swipes is doing as much damage as if it was just a normal type Teddiursa still, I think. Ooh. It's okay, Fledgling. If Concord gets knocked out here, it's not the end of the world. We've got enough firepower to take this Teddy Ursa down, so it's not the end of the world. But it's but yes, this is going much better than I suspected it would. So that's good. So Concord will go down here, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We are going to switch to Prince, I think. Yeah. So Prince, I did a little grinding off stream, as you can probably tell, to bring Prince and Jophiel up just a little bit. But Prince is going to come in now. He's got Peck. It's not Stamp, but it's fine. We can also use Water Gun. Actually, that's probably what we're going to do. Terrastallize and use Water Gun. It's going to do a lot more damage than it normally would do, and should knock out. Which, if it does, we get to update something in real time, which will be my first time doing so, which is nice. I really do like the terrastalizing hats or crowns or whatever you want to call them. I know a lot of people meme on that, but I really do think they're very, very cute. So yeah, Teddy Ursa goes down, and there we go. So we'll get our first badge, and it will allow us to catch Pokemon at a higher level. That will also increase the level of obedience for caught Pokemon. And because that level will be above Rockruff's level, Rockruff will now listen to us, which is superb. So yeah, let's get told that. Oh, Concord's evolving. Oh yeah, fainted Pokemon can evolve. That's the thing I constantly forget. And that's not new either. That's been that way for a long time. So now it's Fletchinder, which is fire and flying, as you can see from its Pokedex entry. And that updates our Pokedex to reflect the fact that we've caught them. We can learn Flame Charge. That would have been useful. That would have been so useful a minute ago. So we're going to replace Ember with Flame Charge because it's a physical attacker. I'll explain terms like that as we go. But basically, its physical attack is better than its special attack. In previous generations, up until Generation 3, it wouldn't have mattered. It's fire type moves would have all been special, but after Generation 4, it was split. Anyway, so she is going to tell us that we've got the badge, and when we see that come up, there we go, and I'm going to do that, and look at that, we have 2 badges now. How good is that? A real-time badge update for the first time. So that's cool. So we now have 2 badges. I might have to slightly resize the badges as we go, but for now, it's fine. It looks great. So yeah, up to level 25, we can catch, and we'll listen to our requests. So now we can use Rockruff, which is cool, and it instantly makes Rockruff the strongest Pokemon in our party, which is wild. So yeah, so we have our second badge. That's pretty cool. Nice bit of straight away progress. We get a phone call here. I can't even think who this is. Oh, Nemona. I passed the gym test. I'm not going to play that. It was rough. It wasn't. It was a decent battle, but I'd done the training. We were fine. So now we have 2 badges, and we have the capacity to catch slightly stronger Pokemon. Our team is going to improve as we go. We're going to be able to... Yeah, so the Concord has evolved now. I'm going to go and heal. But yeah, so now we can go and have a little look around. Oh, we've also got some rewards. We'll do that as well. I'll show you guys that while we're here. So as you play through the as you play through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you will obviously catch, level up, and evolve Pokemon. And this unlocks pages in your Pokedex. One of the things they did in this game to sort of encourage the behavior of catching a lot of Pokemon, which is something we will be doing as we go, is that they gave you what kind of looks like a battle pass. If you've played like a online game, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't played an online game with battle pass in, I'll be very surprised. Even I haven't paid for one. I don't pay for stuff like that generally. I'm a cheapskate. I haven't even paid for anything in Pokemon Go, and I'm told that's quite unusual. So what we need to do, I'm trying to remember what button this is. It down? Oh, that's camera. Minus. There we go. So the minus button. Yes, I'm just talking about this game. It's fine. So the minus button brings up your Pokedex. This is your Pokedex. It shows you the most recent Pokemon that you've battled, or caught, or evolved, or what have you. That's why Florigato's here. It also gives you, these are the recently battled Pokemon. These are the ones that you recently caught or evolved. And down here, there's some notes about Pokemon that you could potentially encounter or get through other means. So, we could very much sit here and play Who's That Pokemon and sort of guess which these Pokemon are. I mean, if you're looking at those silhouettes, you probably know. We won't be doing that right now. But the reason that we're here is that we got a little notification on the top of the screen that said about a reward. So we go into our Pokedex, and you can see I really will need to just clear all of these exclamation marks, because that will drive me mad if I don't. Let's get rid of these. A few more, surely. The Pokedex on this game is pretty big. And you can see in the bottom left-ish corner of the Pokedex pop-up that there's a sparkling trophy. You press the X button, it opens that up, and it shows you what rewards you get. So for getting 10 Pokemon, be it through catching, evolving, what have you, we got some Stardust, which is a nice bit of money. We haven't quite got any. I think we've only got 10. So yeah, there you go. We could get some great balls for getting to 20. So we will do that eventually. Yeah, so we've got exactly 10 Pokemon. So that evolution of Fletchinder earned us a little bit of money. And it's the same with Kitakami. We'll clear this out just so it's not going to drive me too mad. You can get rewards. The first one for 90 Pokemon. So in theory, the Kitakami Dex is supposed to be done later, I imagine. But anyway, I digress. So we've got that. One thing I wanted to show as well, actually, while I'm thinking about it. So we'll go back into our Pokedex and we'll go to Profile. Your profile shows you a lot of different information. It shows you shiny battle Pokemon, badges, all that kind of stuff. On the side, I showed this briefly at the end of the last episode, but I figured I'd show it now as well. Where it says the gym badge effects, and you can see that this has changed from last episode. Last episode it said level 20, now it says level 25. So Rockruff will listen to us, and that will always be the case. It won't matter now if Rockruff goes over 25, because we caught it at level 21, and we've now passed that caveat of obedience. Excellent. Right, we're all caught up. So we're going to head for this outbreak just to see what it is. We're not necessarily going to catch anything, but we are going to head that way. And our next badge is in that area, but we're not necessarily doing the badge right now. We might do it, and then I can add it to the layout next episode, can't I? Because I haven't really planned ahead too much, I don't think. You'll learn that about me as a hello, rude. I'm talking. You'll learn that about me as an individual. I kind of just do sometimes. I kind of just get on with it and have my head down and do my best. If we see any shiny Pokemon, we'll obviously grab them. There are a number of Pokemon I would quite like to try out or tweak our team. As much as Fletchinder is obviously now immediately better than Fletchling, I've used Talonflame so much it kind of, yeah. I mean, I've never done it on a stream, I suppose, so there we are, I guess. Let's grab these items as we go. So, yeah, we need to go up, follow the path, cross the bridge, and then as soon as we cross the bridge, follow the water. That's the plan. Yeah, so one of the things I wanted to do was jump into Violet using the local communication. We can't do it over the internet because I don't have Nintendo Online assigned for this account. You can access a bunch of other stuff without it, so like the online events and mystery gift and all that kind of stuff, which we've seen already this episode. But you can't play online, which is, fair enough. It's the same for Mario Kart and Mario Party and all the sort of multiplayer stuff that you would think of, and probably some that you wouldn't. Other than, I think, free-to-play games. But yeah, so we're just gonna head down this way, see what it is. Oh, avoid that weasel. In fact, I'll show you guys the weasel. Hold on, let me switch Pokemon. We'll put our shiny Rockruff out front. Now, I know what you're thinking. Neil, that's a water type Pokemon. Weasel's a water type. It might not be. I don't actually know what type it is. We have no way of knowing because... Oh, it's ice type. That's really useful. So any Pokemon in the overworld that glows like that is a Terra type. And this is how you catch them. You have to knock down its HP first. We can't throw a ball straight away. And look at our blue little guy. He's so cool. Yeah, we're going to Terastallize. Why not? I'm going to Terastallize our shiny. We're going to use it to hit this thing hard. It's going to knock it down into an area that will damage the Terra Crystal enough that you can then... Look at that, that's so cool. You can then catch it if you want. It's going to use Water Pulse, which is still stab. You can see that does so much damage. Because it's still stab, because Weasel is generally a... There we go. Generally a water-type Pokemon. But that's fine. We've damaged the shell. Don't have a... Do you know what? I'm just going to throw a Great Ball at Weasel. I want to catch as many of the Pokemon as we can as we go anyway, and an Ice-type Weasel might come in handy. It's not going to be on our team officially, but we're going to have it in our party for now. I do need to heal, though. But yes, Ice-type Weasel is now a thing. We will just let him sit in the party for now. Adds to our Pokedex, which, as I say, will start to contribute to us getting a new reward, as will this... Well, no, this evolution won't. Actually, I tell a lie. Well, it won't yet. It might eventually. But yes, there we go. We have Prinplup, which is quite nice. And it learns Metal Claw. So Prinplup is going to be in our party now. Look at that. Let's have a little look at this Weasel, just to sort of see. It improves the strength of our team if we keep it, of course. Special attack down, defense up, that's not bad. Ability Swift Swim, not bad. Doesn't have any marks. Do you know what? I haven't checked for that. So we're going to have a quick look at all of our party members just to see if they have any marks. I'll explain what marks are. They are basically just like little identifiers, let's call them, for the Pokemon. They can be found on any Pokemon, pretty much, and they allow you to give the Pokemon a title. Once we have one, I'll show you, and it will make a bit more sense. But for now, we're just going to trundle down here, loop around, and we're now into the area where the outbreak was, more or less. It's kind of in that back corner. Now, I'm going to say this because Drifloon's out, it's nighttime. And some outbreaks are locked to daylight or nighttime, would you believe? So it's entirely possible that we'll get over there and nothing will trigger. It's also entirely possible that we'll get over there and something will trigger. But oh, it's Mankey. Okay. We don't really need a Mankey, but we will grab one while we're here. Why not? So let's see if we can. I think we've still got a quick ball left. So we're just gonna quick ball this Mankey if we've got one. We do. I don't need Mankey. It's not gonna necessarily be a big thing, and we're not shiny hunting it. And it's just gonna go in the box. But that's cool. So yeah, so any Pokemon you haven't seen, haven't directly battled, can be in outbreaks that are question mark outbreaks. I will always try to, especially early in the game when I'm trying to mix my team up, I will always try to prioritize Pokemon in outbreaks rather than like, oh, I want to find a specific Pokemon, because sometimes you get like a little bit of difference in your team. Sometimes you get just a little bit of shenanigans, which, by the way, is a really good name for a dog. If you are planning on getting a dog, call it Shenanigans. I just think that would be a really cute name. So we've done that one, and then there was another one which we might not be able to get to, which is up here, and I believe that's Tink Tink, or Tink Tink, whatever it's called, the little pink steel and fairy type Pokemon, which would be a useful type, especially, you know, if we're coming up against any dragons or dark type Pokemon, that would be really useful to have. And I love that we took the time to unlock the sprint ability for Koraidon pretty much straight away. That was such a simple decision, but it's already benefited us quite a lot. I also learned something I didn't actually know this morning. I was playing on my main file, and I was testing the thing I wanted to do on Violet, which is how I know that I need to do some setup. You do not need to use a Pokemon sensor to trigger the flag. You just need to stand in it. So that's already triggered the flag. So that's really cool. I actually genuinely didn't know that, which a lot of streamers will not tell you the things they don't know. I will. I'm not adverse to being wrong or not knowing something. We're not fighting Webray. We will catch one eventually. I'm not overly worried about it. Most of our catching will be done by quick balls once we unlock a way to actually purchase them. Okay, so we can actually get to that quite easily. So it's down here. Yeah. So we're going to follow this along. Once we can purchase quick balls, we'll purchase a bunch and go around and we will. Oh, I've got a so Arvin's just asking us for something, which is quite nice. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure my phone's quiet. There we go. So yeah, we're just going to check if this outbreak is anything interesting. Arvin's just going to tell us not to get squished by boulders because there's a particular Titan around here, which Ding might be useful for, now that I'm thinking about it. So which way do we need to go? Yeah, so we need to stick to this lower path on the left here. I will explain a little bit about how the map works at some stage as well. So yeah, here we are. It's the Wild Tinkertink Outbreak event. So this is a live event that's going on right now in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where you yourself can go and catch one of these little guys, and they are very cute and they're very pink, and they are actually a really good type of Pokemon that I haven't used. So Tinkertink might make the team. So I'm just going to catch this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to maybe swap that in for Buizel, because we're not using Buizel. And yeah, Steel and Fairy type. I'm not going to go with a nickname right now, but I am going to add it to the party. Metalsmith Pokemon, that's pretty cool. She's a blacksmith. So Weasel's going to go to the box, and Tinkertink's going to sit in our party for now. Now we could shiny hunt one. I'm not going to. I don't need to sort of let this dissolve into a sort of shiny quest. But yes, that was nice. Nice little detraction. We're just going to check what's in this raid. We got, that's, can't think what it's called now. Wattrel. Is it Wattrel? Yeah. Killer Wattrel is the evolved form. But yes, that's what that is. More Mankey. So yeah, I'll take a second quickly here just to explain how the map works. So what you might have noticed is as I go into this map, you get a little pop-up. You can see that's updated now to show that Tinkertink is that outbreak because we've caught one. But you can see that there's little pop-ups with little icons. This doesn't show where Pokemon are. It just shows that these 4 Pokemon are likely to spawn around you. I think this caused a lot of confusion and misinformation when the game first came out. But yes, we are not overly worried about looking for anything specific, but that's a good way to check. Oh, what's in the area that I'm in? What can I catch? What's going to be useful to me as a person of culture who plays Pokemon? I'm just going to grab this item, elixir. Probably quite a useful one to grab. Oh, sorry, we didn't need to be up that bit anyway. I'm going to carry on along here. You saw a shadow moving, and it is all giant boulders. So these boulders are being thrown down by our next target as it goes. I do, however, want to just take... You know what? We might be okay with blue. So we'll lead with Prince. Yeah, we'll lead with Prince, and we'll see how we go. I think we'll be okay. I haven't set up the badge for for this particular Titan. You can see it up there. It's a new Pokemon. It is dropping boulders on us. You have to be very careful. If you get bonked, you get turned into mulch, which is nice. But we will avoid those and concussions. There we go. Now we can run a little bit. I've got a little cutscene here. So this Pokemon is called Bombardier. This is the Titan version of Bombardier. It is a flying dark type Pokemon. So we should be fine. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with Water Gun. We're just going to see how much damage we can do. It's a heavy hitter, I'll give it that. We should be fine. Might take us, might take us to swap in a bit of a stronger Pokemon to deal with it, but it's okay. Right, so for now we're going to go with blue. And we're going to throw a rock throw at it and see how much damage it does. I do love the little sparkle. That's so cool. Pluck. Yeah. Let's see. So blue's a rock type, so resists flying type moves and does so much damage. That's so good. Cool. Rock throw is going to hurt, but we'll be fine. Then our rock throw, we'll take it into red. So we might need to do some healing up after this, but yeah, there we go. We'll be fine. Yeah, I seem to do hardly any damage, but it's damage scaling because it's a fixed battle, 2-stage battle, like before. Bombardier is going to break down the wall here, which again, Rock Break is not one of the powers that Koraidon gets. Yet we see so many instances of it being useful, and it would have been so easy for them to have a Titan for Rock Break that then could have allowed us to break down like hidden walls or something. But hey ho. So could do a little bit of just jump us straight in. I don't know if we need to heal. Just basically charges up. Yeah, I need to heal. So bag. We're gonna go super potion. It does unfortunately mean that Prince is not going to get any XP for this battle, but it is what it is. We can only do what we're able to do. Rock throw, yeah, that's not too bad. This time we are going to terrestrialize because we want to hit this thing as hard as possible straight away, and we're going to do that. And of course, because there's 2 Pokemon going up against this thing now, we aren't necessarily going to be the only one that it targets, which is nice. So blue's going to terrestrialize, which is going to bump up its attack just a little bit more. What Torment does, if you're wondering, is that it prevents a Pokemon from spamming one move over and over and over again, which is fine. We have other moves we can use. Look how much damage that does. So we'll do a Body Slam, just because we can't do a Rock Throw straight away. Rock Throw is going to bring us down a bit. We're going to Body Slam. Be nice to get the paralysis, but no such luck. We're going to use another Super Potion. I know potion spamming is so frowned upon in the community, but hey ho, I'm here to have a casual bit of vanilla fun. Thus the title. And Bombardier fell down because Nacli finally used an attack. And we can finish this thing off with a Rock Throw, which is nice. Oh, Nacli finished it off with a Rock Throw. There you go. So Bombardier has been defeated. I will update the layout with the 3rd badge next time, but we do get something else, which will be quite nice to show off. I actually can't remember which upgrade you get for this one. So yeah, Arvin's going to make us another sandwich. We're going to learn a little bit more about his backstory here. And we're going to be able to progress. So yeah, here we go. Another Herba Mystica for our friend. This one's a bright green one. Again, I'm assuming the green stuff everywhere is actually moss or something like that, and not like kryptonite. Although I have joked that it's kryptonite before. Now, bitter Herba Mystica. Yeah, each of the herbs, I don't know if I've actually mentioned this, has a different flavor to it. There's 5: sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, and something else. I can't remember the 5th one. They boost different things within sandwiches once you unlock them, which we will be very much learning about a little bit later on as we go through this process. And there we go, our 3rd badge. So yeah, we made virtually no badge progress for 2 episodes. Last episode we got 1 badge, which was our first badge, and this episode we've started in under an hour. We've got 2 badges. We've entirely overhauled our team in the interim, so it's pretty good start to our adventure. Sorry, another cough came out then. I've had a bit of a lingering itch in my chest the last few days. I don't know why. Maybe it's my age catching up with me. I'm a very old man at this point. Very old indeed. So anyway, Croydon, as you can see, is getting new power. Now, I can't actually remember which one it is. Oh, water. So we'll be able to surf now, which means that quite a lot more of the map has opened up for us. Now, there are a number of Pokemon we could go for that are water-bound. There is one in particular that I wouldn't mind adding to the party. Again, it's that thing of just trying to find the right balance of team members and whatnot. And we are allowed to sort of chop and change pie. It's not the end of the world if we decide, oh, do you know what, we're gonna replace Ralts or Fletchling or even our shiny. But we won't say that too loud because I don't want the Pokemon to get sad. But yes, in the especially as we get later on into the game, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to change up our team and really experiment. But we've got quite a nice little collection of guys in a minute. But yes, what we're watching here is basically that Arvin's dog here, Mabostiff, is very, very poorly. And this is his backstory. This is why he was so defensive. And this is why, like, I won't be able to talk about this too much because myself 3 years ago, both my dogs passed away, and it was very sad. And so when this came out, it really resonated with me quite a lot. So, you know, I get Arvin's determination to make his buddy okay, and like I get it. It's incredibly sad. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, his whole thing is that he's trying to find a way to heal his dog using Herba Mystica. At the end of the Rock Titan battle, we did see him say, "You can come out now." And I said, at first I thought that was quite ominous, but it was because he didn't want you to know that Mabostiff was ill. And yeah, sure enough, the sandwiches seem to be making a difference to Mabostiff's situation. I honestly, the first time I saw this, I was so, like, willing this Mabostiff to be okay, and there was this little bit of dread in my stomach. If you've seen the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, you might know why. I was like, oh no, don't do that to me. Don't do that. I couldn't finish that anime as it goes. Yes, the professor's going to call us now and say that they've just seen that our Koraidon has now got the ability to surf. We don't have to press anything, by the way. We don't have to press anything to move across the water. We can dash across the water because we've already unlocked dash. But we are going to test that by... We're not going to jump in that because we won't be able to get out. We're going to test that by dashing across some water. So let's find our next... So, in effect, I think... Oh, look, there's even there's an outbreak on the water. So we're going to go see what that is. I think that's a really good way to test it. So we'll fly to Cortondo. We'll go have a little look at what's broke out in the water. We'll catch one, irregardless. The other thing as well, because we've got a new badge, we should get a prompt, like to buy. Yeah, so we can now buy Great Balls. So that's actually really helpful. I did do a little bit of shopping offline, which you'll be able to tell because I've got no money. But I have got a bunch of different items, which is nice. Do we need heal balls? We'll grab 10 heal balls. They're cheap enough. So good. Oh, I meant to press LP. There we go. League points. So league points is like a digital currency within the game. And you get it for interacting with raids and doing other stuff. And we'll learn a little bit more about that as we go. But yeah, so we grabbed some balls. We are going to heal because I want Prince to be able to get some XP. Let's get that going. And yeah, so we'll keep Tinkertink in our party for now, but we're probably not going to use it. It would be a great Pokemon to use, however, the main use for it is Dark and Dragon type, and we've just done a Dark type Pokemon, so we're probably not going to need to actually outright use it for a while. Now, like I said, we're going to go. Oh, there's a fence there, Neil. Pay attention. We're going to go and find an entry point for the river so that we know that we can get out. Oh, just a random can of lemonade. And we're going to just see what is in that outbreak. We're going to run a little further out just so I'm not triggering the text. Although I don't think I was anywhere near it. Okay, so it's down here. So we're just going to... Arrokuda. Okay. So there you go. Arrokuda is a fish Pokemon. It was introduced in... It's a water type as well, obviously. It was introduced in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And it actually hits very hard for what it is. There we go. So we caught that. That'll just go straight into the box. At some point, we'll go through and be evolving a bunch of Pokemon that we need to evolve. So we'll see what Arrokuda evolves into, but we don't need it. We don't need it. It is a good Pokemon though, and if you are building a team, it's a good one to get. To be honest, if you don't have a water type already, it can fill that role pretty easily. The way I tend to build teams is I think about, you know, what haven't I used in a while? What would I like to use? Hello, that's another Arrokuda. Is there any Pokemon that I not only haven't used in a while, but haven't even seen in a minute? When this game came out, and specifically the second DLC came out, there were Pokemon in that hadn't been in the Switch games at all. So I made a point of using those, and we will probably add one to the pie or two to the pie. It also occurred to me, by the way, there's Meryl, that I could use Pokemon from the DLC if we go and catch a Ditto and breed an egg and all that kind of stuff. So that might be something we do from the second DLC, because they're all very high level. So excuse you. Oh, it's a little babby. Oh, we'll catch this guy. We don't need him. We'll catch this guy. You get given a gift one in Sword and Shield. So for the longest time, I didn't even realize you could catch them in the wild. I mean, they are only available under certain... Excuse you? Excuse you? Under certain weather conditions. So, yeah, it was a interesting time of my life. Oh, it's because level 19. I suppose my prince here needs to pick up a few extra levels. That was atrocious. Right, we're going to swap to... There we go. Yeah, finding a balance in your team is really the fun part of Pokemon for me. Like catching and collecting a level that, and it's just that thing of trying to make sure that you have a decent variety of Pokemon in your possession. You'll see we have 200 odd Pokeballs. That's more or less because I was determined to catch a bunch, and knowing that through certain criteria it's very easy to catch certain Pokemon, so a lot of Pokeballs is never going to do us any harm. So yeah, Toxel's electric and poison. And what's actually interesting about Toxel, I couldn't tell you which way around it is, but you'll be able to tell me. Um, its nature determines what it can evolve into. Um, this one has a calm nature, and it's one Pokemon, but it's got two forms. Its evolution, so that's quite interesting. We're going to send that to the boxes for now. We're not going to necessarily need it anytime soon. So we'll just grab this item. I do need to heal another Pokédoll. Let me just go restore. So for whatever reason, they made it. You can see I bought a bunch of restoration items as well. I just wanted to make sure I had enough, so we weren't constantly toing and froing. They made it so that you can instant heal your Pokemon by pressing the minus button from the screen. However, that only affects HP. Status effects it does not affect. I hope that they fixed that for future iterations of Pokemon games, and that it just removes if you have the correct item. So what else do we want to do? So yeah, we can see that Saracuna now because we've obviously caught one. We got Mankey from that. We got Tink from that. So we've got the Starfall Street, which is the other path that we could do. I think that's basically the next thing we have to do. We do have a. Can we get to that? We can. I want to know what that is. That could be really interesting. So we're going to go over there. I think that's where we're going to go next. So we'll go to. Yeah, we'll go to this one. There is another. I don't know what that is. It's not Tink. Is there another event? Oh, it might be Chansey. I remember seeing something about a Chansey event to help level up. So maybe that's what that is. If it is, we won't catch one. Chansey's catch rate is a nuisance, and we'll deal with it another time. And they're not that hard to find. So we need to go. Trying to figure it out. That way? Yeah, we'll go that way. But yeah, so what we want to do really at this stage is just have a little mooch around, see if there's anything else we can grab. We want to make our way towards the first Starfall base. We're actually going to do one on this side, which I will show you on the map. 1 second. So on the map, if we have a scan around, we've got the Artisan Gym. So we could probably do that first, actually. So we'll probably do Artisan, and then the first Starfall base that we'll do will be the Fire-type base. And that will give us our next 2 badges. There's also an outbreak there. I wonder what that is. Ooh. Lots to be seen and lots to be done. That's the big thing about this game, is that the exploration and the little pathways you can take. There's so much to do, and I know that people will tell you, oh, but the performance, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but little bugs. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but also it's just fun. It's just fun to get lost and do silly things and muck about and, think to yourself, hey, I wonder if I can find such and such Pokemon here. So we need to really now be veering this way. Have I gone completely the wrong way? I'm so lost. North, east, south, west. So we want to head west, which is that way. So yeah, I was turned around for a second then. So yeah, the compass is really useful for getting yourself turned around and whatnot. I find that I prefer. So I'll show you that actually while I'm thinking about it. So on this screen, you can change how the maps work. So there's rotation mode, which turns the map as you turn, which I hate in this. And here you can have it so the app map is locked, which I like. But the overworld map is not, and I just prefer that. There is a third option where both are locked. I don't know what it is. It throws me having the map face one direction the entire time. It just messes with my brain a little bit for some reason. But having the overall map fixed makes a lot of sense to me. All that being said, it's probably just that I'm terrible at the game. Just get myself lost all the time. You should see me on Skyrim. It's quite the thing. So yeah, this is Artisan. This is one of the places we can go. There is a outbreak there, so we're going to go check what that outbreak is. I suspect that it's Chansey, because I know that there's a Chansey event. Again, I don't think we need Chansey, but I can't think what else it would be if it's not, because we've got Tinker Tink already. Let's have a look. It's Chansey. I'm going to leave Chansey B for now because it's such a big XP award for Chansey that we will get severely overleveled. I know I've sort of nodded at the fact that I'm a little underleveled, but at the same time, like, if you played these games, you don't need to be overleveled to have fun. So yeah, we're going to race over to that other one, and we will. Let me just throw a marker down actually. Once we've reached that one there, we will go to that one. So this one across the bridge is probably also Chansey, because we didn't actually interact with the Chansey in any way. It won't update our Pokedex and therefore won't update the map. That's another thing I think people tend to get wrong. I think they think that if you see a Pokemon in the overworld, it counts as seeing it. No, you actually have to interact with it. Hey man, I will show you the team. Hold on. You can see them on the little layout, most of them anyway. So yeah, let's just have a quick recap of the team, because you haven't seen this, have you? So we've got Prince, Piplup, just evolved during this session. Blue, Rockruff, Jophiel, our Ralts, Reyes, our Florigato, Concord, our now Fletchinder. I do have to change that Terra-type, because the normal Terra-type is not going to work at all. And Tinker Tink, which we caught from an outbreak because it's part of the event which is going on. There's a Chansey event and a Tinker Tink event, and there's also some raid battle events which are they're doing a shiny Razzlequaz event at some stage, which is nice for me because I'm doing a shiny badge quest on my other save file, so I might go and get that Rayquaza for that. I do kind of intend to stream a little bit of that at some point, but I'm not in any real rush. Also, what do you think of the layout? I know you have opinions of these things. I've tried to keep it a bit simple. It's another Chansey outbreak. I did think it would be. But yeah, let me know what you think of the layout. I think it's all right. It took me all of 35 seconds this morning to throw it together, which was nice. Which is also why I'm not updating the badges. I've got 3 badges, not 2. But I'll add the other one later. I did presume I would get the second badge today, but didn't add a placeholder image for the third, because I hadn't sort of thought about which one would be third. So yeah, this area is really nice, by the way. I like this little area. You can find Goomy here. I love Goomy. I'm very tempted while I'm here to grab a Goomy. If the outbreak is Goomy, I will absolutely spend a little time just trying to see if we can cheese a shiny Goomy. So it's my favorite pseudo-legendary, I would say. Goomy. Well, Goodra, but Goomy itself is just so cute. I love Goomy. I thought that was an encounter for a second, then that was weird. So what we got? Oh no, it's Vigoroth. Okay, that's pretty cool. Do we want Vigoroth? I don't think we really do. Slacking's good, but truant is a thing. Oh, there's a Goomy. Go away! I was looking at the Goomy. Right. This also will prove the thing I was saying a minute ago as well, because we've now... Really, game? Really? You're gonna be like that? It's fine. It's fine. We'll just use a Pokédoll. We're not gonna cry about it too much. There we go. I bought a bunch of Pokédolls as well. I spent so much money off this morning when I was doing a bit of a setup. I wanted to test. Oh, look, it's a Goomy. I wanted to do a test of a couple of things, just to see how they work. I don't have a quick ball, but I do have a heal ball. That's perfect for a Goomy. So we're gonna go Metal Claw. Maybe not with Prince. Just see a penguin get vaporized by a dragon. Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. Do you know what? We're going to send Tinkertink out because it can't touch Tinkertink with dragon type moves, and I don't think it has anything else. And Tinkertink's not a high level, so we'll go Metal Claw. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, we can live with another couple of those. That's fine. Doesn't affect us because fairy type. So Tinkertink coming in useful here. Just nibble it down a little bit. Try a ball there. Should be alright. Oh. It's that stupid level thing again, isn't it? Right. One moment. So... yeah, he'll survive one water gun. It's fine. It's fine. By catching this, I'm not guaranteeing that it'll be in the team, but I think it probably will. I do like Goomy. It's such a good Pokemon. Go on, Goomy, in the ball. Also, by doing this, if we went and tried to catch another Goomy, it would be, and I've touched on this a few times, it would be a crit capture, which is quite nice. So there we go. We get to learn Draining Kiss on who? Did we say? Oh, Tinkertink. Yeah, that's fine. We're not necessarily worried about that. Thank you for the cameo, Tinkertink. I think that's you out of the picture. Look at him. I'll think of a nickname, but we're absolutely adding to party. Yeah. Tinkertink can go. I do need to go and heal, but that's fine. That's whatever. Look at him. He's so squishy. Right. So we came over here. We saw that was a Vigoroth. We could go down onto the beach, you know. Yeah, I think the plan is we could go and do the grass type gym. So yeah, we'll fly to Artisan, heal up. I think we'll do the grass gym, and then see where we are. Right, quick heal. One thing I need to check actually, when your Pokemon evolve, they get egg moves added to their remember moves slot. So there might be some stuff that we can get for the Pokemon we've got in our party that have evolved, which would be quite useful. So let's check Prince here. So you go into check summary. You go to current moves and you can see where it says change moves. And you go remember. No, it's only got tackle and growl, so it only affects certain Pokemon. I think it's mostly like egg Pokemon and stuff like that. Yeah, see, there's not really anything in there. What about Fletchling? What we got? So Feint, I don't think we actually learned that. So yeah, this is just a one or two. Not really anything too incredible in there. Let's have a quick look at our TMs while we're here. That's not TMs. It's not a bag, that's boxes. What are you doing? Right, TMs. Yes, here we go. So, Giga Drain, Fire Punch, Run a Fire Punch, Guard of War. That'd be quite the thing, wouldn't it? Swift, though, that's not bad. Pounce, Confuse Ray, Mudslap. So not really anything too useful at the minute. I've got some more candies and stuff. I did use some candy on routes to sort of bolster its levels just a little bit. So yeah, we'll leave that for now. So we get to enjoy, by going to do this particular task, the most ridiculed frame rate in the history of forever. You'll see what I'm talking about in a few moments. But yeah, so I think we'll just do this one. We'll get ourselves to our 4th badge, which, considering we finished the last session, which was our 2nd session, with 1 badge, it's quite some good going, actually. We've really sort of picked up the pace a little bit in this episode, and we are going to lead with Concord. We absolutely will not be leading with any of our Pokemon. You know, I'm wondering if we're a little under-leveled for this. Do we take advantage of the Chansey and go and... We'll chance it. We'll chance around. We're not doing... It's not like a Nuzlocke or any sort of pro gamer strategy-heavy playthrough. We're just going to... Oh, we'll know now as it goes. So, throughout the game, we're going to see oh, she doesn't this time. Throughout this, we will get to battle Nimona a few times, but yeah, no, we are the right level, because I think the first battle you get with her is around level 25. So I think we're all right. So we're just gonna chat to this lady, and she's gonna tell us what the challenge for this particular gym is. And minor spoiler, it is that we have to round up Sunflora. However, the Sunflora start to move like they're made of claymation at one point, and you'll see what I mean. And it is a little jarring, but it's one of those things where, do you know what? New consoles probably on the horizon. They probably could have put this off, but money is a thing, and it doesn't really affect the enjoyment of the game, if we're being completely honest. It really doesn't. So, I'm going to go talk to the young lady now, and she's going to set us out to do this hide and seek thing. And fun little fact, if you do this at night in the game, because there's a clock and whatnot in-game, if you do it at night, some of the Sunflora will be asleep, which is the best bit of attention to detail I've ever seen. It's just such a nice little nod to, yep, it's nighttime, they're tired. Whereas if you do it during the day, there is a chance that quite a lot of them will battle you. So we might be doing a few battles here, but that's probably for the best, right? So like I say, they're not going to be very hard to find. And we're just going to grab these first few here. And you can already see what I'm talking about with the frame rate on these things. For whatever reason, they start off okay and then very quickly deteriorate to moving at this weird sort of claymation speed. So we're just moving around till we see one. There's one there. Can ignore the kid. Excuse me. I wasn't close enough, that's why. Okay, so we've now got 4. So we've got to find 10 in all. It's not going to take us very long. This is one of the ones that I know for a fact can be asleep, because I found it asleep when I first did this. I was here and it was nighttime, which is incredible to me. So when you get a little exclamation mark, that's it. They're going to follow you. Some of them will just snap straight into a battle. there's no way of knowing if you're going to get a battle ahead of time. 7. So let's head this way. There's one there. The yellow post boxes, by the way, is a reference to Olympic gold medals, if you were wondering. This one's got to run, which means it's going to battle us. There we go. He gets fed up of running and we'll turn around and take us on in a battle. And we should be, level 14, we're absolutely fine. So we're just going to use Flame Charge. It's a fire-type move. We're a physical attacker at stab. It's nearly knocking it out in one hit, so that's really nice. We also 4 times resist or quad resist grass-type moves because both flying and fire resist grass-type. Yes. This is the main reason I wanted to keep Concord in the team this long. So we might swap Concord out after this just to bring in something to mix the team up. But that brings us to 8, so we need 2 more. You can really start to see how they're moving in this really peculiar manner. I know there's one that sometimes spawns in the alleyways, but I can never remember. There's one there. Come on, you. That's 9. There he is. 10. Easy. Nice, straightforward little thing to do. We're not going to look directly at him because it boggles my mind. We need to go this way. Go. And then we need to go and report to this lady, and she'll give us permission to go and beat up a gym trainer who is about 60% chance of being a sex offender. Which you'll see what I'm talking about. So there we go. We passed the gym test. We're rattling towards our next badge, which is nice. And yeah, she's going to be, here you go. You can go and fight in the actual gym now. So let's head up here and into the gym. But yeah, I sort of touched on this before. The gym challenges in this game, whilst they're maybe not as inventive as the ones in Sword and Shield, they are still a welcome continuation. I think the idea of having this little thing you have to do before you can challenge the gym is quite nice. I think having it always be just, beat 4 trainers in the gym kind of got a little stale, if we're being honest. But look, at the same time, nothing wrong with the formula. So here we go. This is Brassius, I think his name is. He's the grass-type gym leader. Much like the previous gym leader we fought, he will have one Pokemon who is not naturally a grass-type. He's also the moodiest looking gym leader that specializes in grass. Anyway, we've had in quite some time. They all kind of just look high as a kite. This guy looks like he's about ready to tie you up. And yeah, he's also the first Pokemon trainer to be introduced in a long time using anything like a whip, which is wild to me. So yeah, we might be a little over leveled for this guy because of how the game balances. Oh, we are. This is the perfect level. We're like 3 levels above him. That's hardly anything. So Pale Speed Rose. Oh, Sleep Powder. Now, I did touch on this earlier. This morning I went and bought a whole bunch of things for healing. This is why. Sleep winds me up in these games. Something chronic, so we're just going to get rid of that straight away. With any luck, Petalil will go for something else. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes they just spam one thing, and that's kind of what that Pokemon's there for, so that the AI hasn't got to do too much AIing. So that'll be Petalil down. And we move on to his next Pokemon. I actually can't remember what his next Pokemon is. Do we want to learn Teleport? No, not really. It will go into its move pool, which is what that pop-up was just telling us. Smoliv. And that's where you can remember moves, so that's cool. Smoliv has one of the better shinies for the new Pokemon, and that is a hill I will die on. Its olive is black on the top. I think it's really, really cool, subtle difference. There are obviously... Oh, we've got the Flame Body ability. That's quite handy. Do some breeding. Again, because I'm insane. There are better shinies overall, but I just really like that little subtle change. It's really nice to look at. So yeah, his ace is Sudowoodo, who is a tree, but he's actually a rock-type Pokemon. And in this game, he will obviously terastallize it to make it a grass-type Pokemon. This does mean that it will retain Stab for its rock-type moves, which is dangerous for us. But also, it has Stab for the grass-type moves it can learn, which is very dangerous, actually, on a Sudowoodo. And I really like the way that they implemented that throughout this game. The terastallization of the ace Pokemon for the different gym leaders. It really sort of adds to the idea that this isn't just about power, it's about making a Pokemon that maybe isn't the type you think of. Yeah, I was always going to say Concord out. Isn't the type you would think of into a Pokemon that's viable for you. What? Okay, so let's see, what can we use? Go to Reyes. Reyes has got this, it's fine. As soon as I can, I'm going to get a... We'll set up a home clause. As soon as I can, I'm going to get an Everstone and put it on Reyes, because like Meowscarada is great and everything, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's this middle form is definitely the coolest of the three in this line. So we might keep it this way for a bit longer, but we'll see. We've got a little way yet. So I set up a home clause, which will increase my attack and accuracy, which, as you can see, is good. Also, we got the flinch there, which is nice. I don't know if that's because we've got the increased accuracy or what, but so we are just chipping away at Sudowoodo. It really can't do anything to us at the moment. I think even its like coverage moves we sort of resist, and yeah, we outspeed anyway. So there you go. That's our 4th badge. I will add the other 2 badges we picked up to lay out for next time. But that's really cool. That's really nice. We defeated Brassius. He has a nervous breakdown, which I relate, to be honest. I get it, my guy. If my tree got beat up by a cat, I'd probably be having a breakdown too. He also doesn't know that But Is It Art in Reading closed down, but that's a very specific joke. So yeah, we got another badge. That brings us to 4. And as with our previous gym badge, it ups our level of obedience. So any Pokemon we catch now up to level 30 will listen to us. We also get the TM for Trailblaze, which is the move that Sudowoodo was spamming. It's a physical grass attack which ups speed, so we might want to train that to... I wonder who could learn it, actually. I think Rockruff might be able to learn it, but it wouldn't be much use. So this gentleman's quite interesting. He's going to chat to us a little bit. He is one of the teachers from the academy. He's also a member of the Elite Four. I'm not going to say what type he specializes in, but much like gym leaders, um, we're going to say for fun. Um, much like gym leaders, the Elite Four tend to specialize in a type of Pokemon. The champions sometimes do and sometimes don't. It depends very much on the game. But yeah, this gentleman has some very strong Pokemon, and we will have to be thinking about ways to get past him and his Pokemon at some stage. Not for a while yet. But yes, he's suggesting we go and do classes. I will do the classes at some point, but I'm not doing them on stream. So we'll step outside, and as soon as that loads, we can sort of have a little look-see and see what the next real targets can be. And you can see we're getting notifications about classes and stuff. You unlock more as you progress through the game, and like I said, there are things you get for doing classes, such as Galarian Meowth and stuff like that can be acquired that way. So yeah, we're probably going to see if we can teach Trailblaze to Blue and Reyes would be the ones to get it. I think if we can teach it to both, we can make more copies of TMs. Is the trade-off for them breaking, and you do that with the TM machine. I did show that very briefly last time, but it's worth a mention. I just don't know who gets Trailblaze, so we'll have a little look now. She's also going to stop giving us tips, which is nice. So less talking from her. So bag, go to TM. Oh, it's right there at the top. So yeah, it's the two I suspected. So we're going to see if we can make an extra one. If we can, I'll teach it to both because it's a really useful move. So we go in, we want TM made. We know it's... Where's grass type? Can I go straight past grass type? Oh, yeah, there it is. So yeah, we can make one. So we'll make a TM for Trailblaze. We've already got one. So we will... I'm not going to do that way. I'm going to do it from the main menu. But you can do it from the creation menu, which is quite nice. So we're just going to step back a moment, and we're going to teach both Blue and Reyes Trailblaze. Because like I say, it's quite a useful move. It will boost our speed in battle, which is quite useful. And we'll get rid of Bite for now. We get better attacks later on anyway, and like I say, this is just going to be one of those things that's a good coverage move. It'll help us, especially for Blue, with water-type Pokemon. And we can replace Leafage on Rares. And we can have a quick scan, because I didn't look to see... Yeah, no, there's nothing else really. Right. So... No, wrong button. I wanted to press Y. There we go. So the next thing we can do... We could head out this way. There's the electric-type gym there. The fire-type star badge there. We could go this way to head towards the Steel Titan. There are so many outbreaks. I think these are all chancey. There's one there as well. I don't know what that would be, because it's not an online one. It's not something we've seen, so it could be anything. Or, just to change things up for a minute, we could actually head out to Kitakami for a little bit. We have got to do the different Kitakami bits, so I think we'll go and do one of those. Let's go and do the first little section of Kitakami. We can get to most of the map in Kitakami now because we can surf. We've got a semi-decent collection of guys. We can swap a couple of them out just to get a few supporting characters levels and evolve, and in fact that is what we will do. So we will go box. So we'll plonk any Pokemon we want to keep in here. So we're just going to pop these two in here because they're both our highest levels. It's like whatever, and we can chuck Surskit in the back, and we will chuck Swaddle. I can't imagine that they'll both evolve while we're just sort of fighting around, but it doesn't hurt to have the players in place, as it were. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go and interact with the first. I just wanted to grab that item, really. So where's the first? Yeah, Loyalty Plaza. So we are going the right way. That's right then. Hey, come in. Yeah, so we're going to go and do the first couple of these like minor interactions with Kiki or Kieran, and then we'll probably call it a day. But it gives us an opportunity to explore and trigger some fly points in Kitakami, which will be useful later. So let's grab that. Another rare candy. We'll save up the rare candies we get, and probably dump them all on Pokemon when we're trying to evolve stuff later on. So yeah, we interact with the signboards, and Kieran will appear as if by magic, and he's gonna give us some backstory. So the backstory of the teal mask is quite interesting. It tells a story of a creature known as the ogre that lived in Kitakami with an individual mask maker, and how it was chased out by the Loyal Three, who are buried in this area. Kieran, unlike everybody else in the region, likes the ogre. Thinks that the ogre's strong and perhaps misunderstood. Yeah, we get to take a selfie. That's our first picture of this little tour. We have to do 3, so we'll probably do all 3 now. Not going to take us very long. We're going to try and be nice to Kieran. Hopefully, it means that he doesn't turn into an absolute psychopath. That would be an interesting turn of events. Couldn't see it happening though, because he's such a nice, calm, clever lad. Kaiju. He's a kaiju. The guy said a kaiju. No, it's a Koraidon, you absolute muppet. So yeah. Koraidon is I mean, it probably is a kaiju to the extent that kaiju just means like monster, but it also doesn't mean like huge monster. He's not that big. I mean, if he was Dynamax or Gigantamax, I guess he would be a kaiju. Gigantamax Pokemon tend to look quite kaiju-like. There's also one that looks like Willem Dafoe, but that's neither here nor there. So the next signboard we have to head to, I believe, where is it? I believe it's around here somewhere. Paradise Barrens. We'll set that as a destination. We'll head there. So yeah, it's not these signs. I did make a point of going around in my main save file and wild Sentret. I do like Sentret. Years ago, I did a Nuzlocke, and I had a Furret, which evolves from Sentret, and it was like the best, one of the two best Pokemon in my team. That and Heracross, which were Benji and Nessa, respectively, if you're wondering. Yeah, that's a deep cut. That was a long time ago. That was before COVID, actually. That's how long ago that was. Well before COVID. Who knew? But yeah, so we're going this way because we want to find the next marker for the quest that we're doing. I'm also going to grab a bunch of items on the way over there. But don't worry, we'll be coming through here at some point with quick balls and just catching as many Pokemon as we humanly can manage. It's going to be great. I love doing that. Did it when the DLC first came out as well. Just run around and catch as many Pokemon as you can. Stock up on nearly. Stock up on Ultra Balls, Quick Balls, and Dusk Balls tend to be the best ones. Timer Balls are great if you have like a Beldum or something with a really high catch rate. Then you kind of want something that you're planning on the... Oh, look, it's a Munchlax. You kind of want something that's got that ability to bring the rate down when it's a longer battle. They're also really good for legendary Pokemon, actually saying that. But yes, here's another glowing Thrustalized Pokemon. We will not be picking a fight with him, or her, or them, or they, or it. However you want to identify anything that exists, I do not care. Grab stones. Oh, nearly ran into a Riolu. Sody Pop. Go around here. Another TM. Oh, Ice Punch, that could be quite useful. I think Primplup can learn Ice Punch. We'll check that in a second, actually. In fact, let's have a look. Bag. It can't. That is so weird. Maybe its evolved form can. We'll keep an eye on that. But I'm definitely happy to have that TM because it's quite useful to have. Let's all Thunder Punch. There you go. There's all the punches now. The elemental punches. If I had a Hitmonchan, it'd be great. Right. Tiger. I actually wanted to talk about this a little bit. So I follow a YouTuber called Johnstone. And he does a lot of different challenges. And one of the challenges he did was catching all the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet before doing a single badge. This DLC changes the order because Orthworm here is locked in the base game. You can't catch it until you fought the Titan Orthworm. However, as you can see, by it being behind me, it is available in... Really, Luxio, are you going to be like that? Fine, I'll use a Pokédoll. It's available in the DLC, in the overworld, and it's not locked. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if that was an oversight. But yeah, it's only locked in the vanilla base game. Whereas in the DLC here, it's unlocked. You can just go and catch it. So that's really cool. I am tempted to try challenges like that, but also like I think my girlfriend will leave me if I do that. If I pour that much time into something I really don't need to be doing. She'd just be like, no, it's done. I wouldn't even survive to 40, and for those of you that know, that would be a very small win of death, of perishing. So yeah, we're just grabbing a bunch of these items because, as you can see from the fact I just picked up some rare bones, there are some really good ones. This is my favorite thing about this game, is that obviously you can see that this is a fire type raid. However, it's not necessarily a fire type Pokemon. Pokemon in it could be another Pokemon, but with the fire typing, because it's terrestrialized. So this is a fire type Poochyena, which is really cool. Do you know what? We're going to challenge this one. We're going to change our Pokemon. We're going to get Blue to do it. Where's Blue? Blue, where are you? There you are. You don't get XP for doing these raids. You do, however, get items. And this is going to be our first raid that we've done on this particular challenge. And when you catch the Pokemon, it retains the Terra type of the raid that it was in. So this will always be, unless I choose to change it, a fire type Poochyena, which is really cool. The benefit of having the Terra type is obviously if you have a fire type move on this particular Pokemon, it will, in fact, have stab for that move. And Poochyena can learn Fire Fang, so that's really cool. That's a really cool little thing. You cannot terrestrialize straight away in a raid you are challenging, although we're not going to need it clearly, because you have to charge up your Terra Orb within the battle. I think that's just a balance thing, to be honest with you. These are less annoying than the Sword and Shield raids, I can tell you for free, and that Poochyena has been taken down. So we'll see the terrestrialization shatter. Poochyena will have a bit of a wobble, and we can catch it. The other cool thing about these is that they are 100% catch rate. There is no need to worry about what kind of Pokeball you're using. No need to worry about what kind of Pokemon it is. So, if it's shiny, you're not going to miss out on it. If you just defeat it, you're going to catch it, which is really nice. I think that's just such a nice quality of life thing. It makes it so worth doing. And we got 5 pearls for that, which is a lot of money. Keep coughing. You'll probably hear my voice is starting to go. So again, we're going to cap out at like 2 hours today. And then I'm going to have the weekend off and pick up again on Monday. But we're not going to give Poochyena a nickname, but I am going to show you Poochyena's summary so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see his regular typing is dark. His Terra type is fire. We're just going to have a quick look at his moves. We'll look at his moves in things. I want to see if he can learn Fire Fang right away. If not, we can teach him Fire Fang. It's not the end of the world. It's whatever. We can do that later. And we might sort of have some cameo team members in here. So again, you can see straight away what I was talking about. Cloth is rock and rock. So rock regular, rock terrestrialized. Poochyena is dark fire, which is really cool. And also kind of makes him a Houndoom. Houndour, sorry. So yeah, we'll go check summary. Go to moves, change moves, remember moves. So he's only got Howl in his memorable moves. Do I have TMs? And these are the compatible TMs for him, so Mudslap and Nasty Plot. So I haven't got Fire Fang yet, but when we do, we could teach it to that Poochyena, and he would have a Stab Fire type move, which is really cool. And again, I don't think it's something that people talk about enough, is like the positive aspects and the little things you can do to make the game a little bit different each time you play it. Like the replay value here is immense. It's the same with Sword and Shield. There's so many different combinations of things you can do. Actually, we will go this way. We'll go this way. Not just because I had started to... Oh, do you know what? No, I can't have a dragon team. That would be busted. But look at this little guy. And he... Oh! He wanted to fight. Buddy. Buddy. Oh, God. So he's dragon fighting, which means he's 4 times weak to Jophiel's moves. That wasn't as much damage as I expected, you know. Okay, we'll do one more and then we will throw a ball. We're gonna catch it, but we're not gonna use it. It's gonna make us too strong, I think. Oh, never mind. We just knock it out. Well, that's fine. Nice bit of experience, but it's a really cool Pokemon. I like the fact that Pokemon with like metallic metallic features got a little bit of a visual overhaul. You could see the heart-shaped coin or armor on its forehead was very much glistening in the light, so that was cool. And yeah, so it's the same with any golden shiny Pokemon, like Magikarp looks really good. And there are Pokemon like Scizor and Steelix look really, really good in shinies in this generation of Pokemon games. Not that Steelix is in this game; he's in Legends Arceus, but he looks really good in that game. We're going to grab whatever these are. So yeah, I was looking for the next signpost, and I cannot for the life of me think where it is. Oh, wait a minute. Am I nearly there? I think it's that. I might be wrong. He says, unsure of himself once more. Right. Yeah, there is a way up. That's good then. Kitakami Wild. I didn't even see that Graveler. I was like, what did I collide with? Oh, he's going to go boom, isn't he? Yep. Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, that's a nice little bit of experience for everyone else, but we'll be scraping Jophiel off of my face. Just kaboom. Prince wants to learn Bubble Beam. We're going to say no, it's a physical attacker, so we don't really need Bubble Beam. We will revive Jophiel. Yeah, like I said, before I started the stream, to sort of set up, I did do a bit of shopping because I was like, I really don't want to be in a position where I was getting knocked out by every little thing all the time, constantly. So yeah, this is the next one we need, I think. Really, really, really little dude. This time I'm not taking any chance. You can see that like level 35 Pokemon, so we really do have to be quite careful. Just gonna use a Pokédoll just to shoot him off. Which is probably a hint that I need to put the third of these on hold. Grab that. Focus Miss. Focus Blast. Oh no, it's not this. I actually, for the life of me, cannot remember where the next one is. Right. I'll put a pin in that for the moment then. Oh, it's up by the hall. Yes. Right. Okay, we'll go do that. We'll fly here. That's good. We shouldn't be in this area anyway. Good experience, but at the same time, it's like you run the risk of getting absolutely bodied by something. Also, by coming this way, we could potentially see Apom, which is a cool Pokemon, or monkey. Right, we'll grab that, whatever that is. This was where we got our Piplup. Was a gift egg along here somewhere. For those of you who are watching at that point. There's also loads of Vulpix, which I haven't grabbed. I haven't grabbed one yet, but I will eventually grab a Vulpix. Oh, Toadscruel. Toad's cool. It's also a Furret. Heracross. Max Revive, that's quite useful. Nuzleaf, the one for which a Nuzlocke is named. Another Fire Raid. We'll have a quick look what it is. So I do like... Oh, look, it's Centret. That's cool. We're not doing it, but it's cool to know. I might spam a few offline just to grab items and stuff and have stuff to sell. So fun little fact, when I first played this, I stopped here and took a picture of this, oh, well, I think it was this one, of this Growlithe. This is a Hisuian Growlithe. It's a regional form. It's a fire and rock type. They cannot be caught natively in this game. However, you can attain them, and we will get one eventually. But it's really cool that there's like a little Hisuian reference in the game. We're also right by an outbreak of something, so I might go and have a quick look what that is, just to see. So it's just over here somewhere. There's a sleeping Snorlax. That's nice. Is it below us? It's below us. Have I triggered a fly point? I have. I'm gonna go see what it is. Game. There we go. Do we know what it is yet? Any guesses? Oh, is it in the water? Hello? Well, that's very interesting. Oh, it might be one that's at night. I did say about that. Sometimes if you're trying to do an outbreak, it won't trigger until nighttime in the game, which is fine. It's slightly more of a problem when the game's time is locked, and I believe at this stage in the story of Kitakami, we are locked to daytime. It will never be evening or nighttime. I think when we interact with this, it might advance it just a little bit. Oh, repeat ball. That's good. I like repeat balls. Repeat balls are kind of useless on this game, knowing what I know. But then saying that, you could start a chain with the repeat ball and then switch to whatever ball you want, I guess. But they are really useful in general play. If you've decided to build a living dex and you've already evolved everything and can't evolve the breed, you can just go around and catch stuff. So yeah, the plot goes that the ogre and his mask maker had multiple masks that represented different elements of power: fire, water, grass, rock, I think it is. Not going to say too much about what it means. The masks were taken by the Loyal Three when they fended off the ogre. And they ended up in storage in the hall in Kitakami. I don't think you get to see the masks at any point until later, shall we say. Another selfie, so that's 2 out of 3. We will do the third one next time. I'm not doing it now. It's going to mark it for us. So the next one is up in the he's up in the den, I believe. But there is a Pokemon up here that I quite like. I know for a fact it's in this area, or I think it's in this area anyway. I might be thinking of the an area in the main hub. There's a number of different Pokemon we could catch. Right. But yes, I think that'll do. For now. I think what we'll do for now is we'll wrap up there. My voice is starting to go just a little bit. I've sort of alluded to the fact that I need to practice just a little bit. So when we come back, what I'll do, which will be probably Monday, we will head over to Paldea, and we will wrap up 1, 2 badges on this side, maybe 3, depending on how long that takes. and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming along. Hopefully the new layout wasn't too bright and colourful to look at. I wanted to sort of mix it up a little bit, and yeah, have a good day. And if all else fails, go beat up some Chansey in the Outbreak event today. Cheers. Bye.